Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing well. We're here with a general reading. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Looking at the High Priestess and Libra, the moon in Libra, there's like this feeling that you have, the Justice card. There's this feeling that you have of like maybe the right way to do something, or even like finding resolution emotionally. To have the High Priestess and the Justice card, it's kind of like, I know what my values are and like what my moral compass is to do within this situation. I know the direction that I want to be going in. For some of you, this has to do with like responsibilities and things like that. Things that you've signed yourself up for. And maybe that's even something that you're looking into more so now. That's right. Having the High Priestess pop out again. Okay. This can be like, is my job paying me enough? Am I being compensated for the work that I'm doing? If this has to do with your home life, it can be the same stuff. Like, do you feel like there's equality when it comes to who's taking out the garbage and things like that, you know? King of Pentacles is generally more so less so related to things in the home, unless like you are the head of the household and running the home. It's more so like things that you're in charge of, where you could potentially delegate to other people, or where this is concerning like a boss or like a boss-like entity that you are connecting with. This is about like, is that exchange equal? Do I feel like it's balanced? Do I feel like it's fair? Do I feel like it's worth my time? What is your intuition telling you? If this is about potentially like, oh, I may go after that job, do you feel like it's compensating you enough before you even get started doing it? Things like that. Just questions that you're asking yourself, like feels like kind of a preview here. High Priestess is like, follow your intuition and trust. It's like, before you sign that contract, like, what is your gut feeling telling you? Like, is this going to be worth it to you? Do you feel excited, or are you making this decision out of a fear space? Having the High Priestess here, what I'm getting is that like, you may know more than you're giving yourself credit for. Like, you may know more than you're letting on. You may also know more than you're giving yourself credit for. It's like, really trust your gut in this situation. Like, this may be a moment where it's like, well, I don't have any solid proof of this, but I just have this strong feeling, or like even an inclination, something like that. Follow that. This is being reinforced for you. It's like, trust all of the tools that you have. Especially like your extra sensory skills. Yeah, if something's not going to be worth it to you, it looks like you're moving on. It's like, I'm not going to sign up for that. This is the energy that I'm getting. Like, something just doesn't feel right. Let's talk about this too. This can be within an interpersonal relationship, but it can also be like somebody wanting to hire you or like set you up for something. Like, hey, I'm trying to work with you, but I'm not going to be giving you like fair wages, you know? Or I'm going to take advantage of you. Because this doesn't only have to be with money. This can be like somebody saying like, hey, I'm going to put this much work into the collaboration, but it's like, you just have this feeling that they're not going to. Like, something just feels like it's up. But to have the High Priestess here, like, this may solely be like a gut feeling that you have of, hey, maybe that's not a good direction I go in, or like, I'm worth more than that. Especially too, like, for those of you that feel like you're in like a professional in your field or something, where You have something particular that you're offering. You may feel like your going price is maybe more expensive than what's being offered to you, which again, it like comes back to self-worth, but potentially like in a more professional setting or where there's like a larger breadth of responsibility. Six of Swords is like, I'm moving away from this situation because it's become too much. It's too heavy. It's too dramatic. This has become too much of a headache. Things like that. Okay. You're thinking about moving on, reflecting on this, being like, if I move away from this situation, what's going to happen? You may have done it and you're kind of like keeping to yourself, like maybe you didn't tell anybody that you left something or what your intention was. And I'm seeing a lot of thoughts and kind of more so you doing it, yeah, privately. This is going to bridge you into something new that you're going to be starting. There's going to be a lot of exploring in the next segment, like a lot of learning, a lot of exploring, a lot of trying things out. I'm hearing different things. Yeah, look. New beginning. So this is going to be the start of something new for you. It seems like you have more room to also manifest what you want. This new beginning that you want, I'm seeing this be like the beginning of this has started to materialize where you're like, okay, it's very solid that this new chapter is going to happen because this is kind of like opening the page for that. But I'm seeing this as like a little bit of a stall energy, or it may not be happening as quickly as I want, or I know this is going to be a process or it's going to take some time. So something is happening and there's a new chapter that you're opening, but you may kind of be waiting for the words of your story to populate right now. It's like the words on the page need to kind of populate. But in the long run, you feel like this is going to be worth it to you. Okay, so it's interesting. Like you left a situation or you're leaving a situation where you were like, this isn't really compatible with like my values or my self-worth, whatever you want to call it. And so you were like, I'm going to search for something else that's going to be more compatible. Now this thing that you're going to be getting into is going to be that compatibility that you've been looking for. But you know too that it's going to take some time to populate. It's going to take some time to develop. But this is going to be the thing for you. Because it seems like there's more wiggle room. Like maybe there was like a glass ceiling that you would have hit with what you were doing before. And now whatever this thing is that you're transitioning to, it's like that glass ceiling isn't there anymore. So there is going to be time that it takes for you to kind of elevate with whatever this is that you're building, because you need to create the foundation and then build and build and build. But now you're not going to hit that wall. You're just going to be able to keep going. So I'm seeing that be the appeal of why you're doing what you're doing now. Like less limitations on you, which seems like may have been part of the issue before. Feeling like you could only like elevate so much maybe. Okay. Yeah, you want to take your time with this. This new place where you are doing this foundational building. See all of this yellow here? Yellow is all your solar plexus energy. This is like where you manifest out of. And so this is something that takes like time. This is something that takes patience to curate. It's really like a test of faith, a test of your character, a test of your grit and you sticking with something that you believe in your heart. I'm seeing too, like if you felt like things were not peaceful or serene in the way that you wanted them to be, that is going to be changing. So let's use an example for this. If you had been doing something before where you felt like you were very limited and you're making a jump to something else that you're doing, give this time to kind of get some traction moving. And whatever this is that's just seemed like maybe so much effort, or it's been such a headache, or it's like I constantly have to like give all of my energy to this thing, like when is it going to level out, or when is it going to feel peaceful, or when do I not have to worry about that anymore? That time is going to be coming. Stick with this new thing that you are doing, like this new chapter of yours, because this is where you're going. But stick with it and give it time for you to actually like find that peace that you are looking for. Because I'm seeing you're going to be successful. It's just a matter of you sticking with this and addressing and facing challenges when they are coming up for you. Like, don't let things pile up, or don't be like trying to avoid, because it's like you're going to back yourself up into a corner if every time you meet a challenge you're like cowering or like avoiding it or trying to find another way to not have to address it. It's like, just take it as it comes. The thing with the Chariot is that it's like a sign of a crusade. And when we see this, it's like there are going to be kind of like a bunch of little battles or even challenges that you're going to be facing. So it's like, maybe you'll lose this one, maybe you'll win the other one, if you want to see it in that binary way. But all of it is going to build out into further experience for you. And this is like, if you keep trying, if you keep working, if you keep facing what you're facing, then at the end of the day, you're going to come out on top. You're going to be successful, and you're going to find this sense of things just feeling more relaxed in general, which it seems like it's another big goal that you have right now for yourself. But yeah, maybe that's the thing. Maybe you've been feeling like you can't really relax. Okay, so you're going to feel really happy about this. You're not just going to feel relaxed. You're also going to be like, this feels very fulfilling to me as well. Like, this feels connected with like my bliss and happiness. Yeah, definitely, definitely. As I said before, it's going to take some time, and it's going to take some working out. It's kind of like a difficult puzzle that you are facing right now, that you are putting together, that at the end of it you're going to solve, but it may be challenging for you. Definitely something engaging. But yeah, something that you feel challenged by. But it's something where you're going to get it at the end. You're going to put it all together. And like, some days you're going to look at the pieces and be like, I can't find one that goes with the other. I don't know where to place this one or that one over there. And then some days you get to it and you're like, I can see the bigger picture. I'm like putting them all together, you know? So allow yourself the space you need to kind of go through those ebbs and flows of energy. And it's like, when you can like ride on the wave, then ride on it. On the days that the waves aren't good, don't try to force something to happen that's not meant to happen, you know? It's just about moving with the rhythm and being in flow with yourself, rather than the attempted flow of your ego, which like isn't really a flow at all. Because it's something that will get you kind of stopped up where you're trying to create more movement. But yeah, it means like putting the preferences of the ego aside. Okay, now let's see. The last card coming out, the Four of Wands. So this is like the stability that you're looking for and what you're trying to get to. So I'm seeing you reflecting as the Hermit on like what stability is going to look like for you, where you're going, an opportunity that you're going to have. This opportunity that you are working towards is going to be something, to have both Venus and Neptune here. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. This is very, very creative energy. It's like doing something that you feel is original. It was also this too on the bottom of the deck. Doing something that is original, you believing in yourself, you believing in your visions, like making something come to life that you are seeing. Like really piecing the whole picture together. Let me just look everything over. So you have a new beginning. This looks like it does feel like a new role of yours, a new role that you have found yourself in or signed yourself up for or moved towards, where you're like, I'd like to be that. Like, I want to try on that outfit. Like, within my closet, it's like a new outfit that you're going to wear, like a new kind of face within the world and how you interact with it. To have these two here, it's like, this is going to be something that's worth it to me, but I may need to build towards that. So this thing that you're doing, where it's like a new job, a new role, a new responsibility that you're taking on, a new lifestyle shift, whatever this is for you, it's something that like reciprocity is going to come, and you're going to be in a spot where you definitely feel that like free flow of like equality and freedom and the things that you're looking for, and things feel very fair, and you feel appreciated and you feel valued for what it is that you're doing and recognized and things like that. That's going to come. The Seven of Pentacles is about giving that time to actually happen. The deal with the Seven of Pentacles is that like you are planting seeds within the garden right now. The day that you plant the seeds is not the day that you reap the fruit. And so you have to give it time to manifest properly. But that's what this is about. Like, it's going to be worth it to you. You're going to get like more than enough from this. You just need to give it time. So this is like, don't abandon the garden. Like, make sure that you keep watering it. Make sure that you keep tending to your manifestations. High Priestess and Temperance is about being patient. It's about following the route of your intuition, and it's about moving with the flow of things. This is about, like, if you find yourself in a spot where it's like, this isn't working, or I need to pivot, or I need to move on, or I'm really trying to force something, this is about moving on from that. It's about like not keeping yourself caught up in with like what I was doing yesterday and the day before and that. It's like, what are you doing right now, and how is that working for you? And is there anything that you're doing that's creating unnecessary stress? Are you obligating yourself doing anything that's like bringing more of a headache into your life? And if you are, can you move away from that? Because by moving away from those things, you move towards your happiness and your peace of mind as well. This card is also about like your mental and emotional and spiritual health too. So by moving away from like obstacles, moving beyond them, moving past them, and moving forward towards what you feel inspired by and what feels exciting to you and what you feel connected with, like this is making that decision. Like, why stick around for something that's not connected with my fulfillment and my happiness? Like, what am I doing that for? And you see how there's like this transition of like this person kind of looks like the same person over here. It's like you may have some paths that you need to cross. You may have some like water that you have to cross over, like bridges that are taking you from one place to another, but that are connected through this middle way. So there may be transitions that you need to make, maybe a few different transitions that you need to make, but then you are going to land on like solid ground and solid land, and it's going to be a place that you feel very happy to be. Like, this is why I made all of those moves that I made to bring me to this place. And that's why this is so important. So it's like, allow yourself that movement. This is like going with the flow of things rather than resisting it. So it's like, if this isn't working, maybe I need to try something else, or maybe I need to flip it upside down, or maybe this thing isn't something that's supposed to be forced right now, and I should get myself busy with something else, you know? Maybe leave it as it is. And again, like doing so, all do it intuitively. Like, let this be your compass. Like, let your higher self guide you. Let your soul guide you through this process. And then to have the Hermit and to have this is like reflecting on your stability, reflecting on your commitments, reflecting on the life that you are building, reflecting on what's going to bring about the most like harmony and equilibrium within your life. And then to have this on the bottom of the deck, this is like an opportunity that you have, multiple opportunities that you have, directions that you can be going in. And then to have the Empress here, this is like about your empowerment and about your creativity and about like what you are birthing into the universe, and also like your visions and what you, the visions and the dreams that you have for your life and how you are making that a reality concretely. It's like moving towards the things that you feel connected with and the things that you love, and again, like bringing them, birthing them into reality. And trusting what it is that you're creating as well, and that it wants to be like birthed and created through you. Okay, let's go over the zodiacs. We are looking at Virgo, Sag, Moon. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.